Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome. This is your April 2023 finance and career reading, where we will look into what Spirit has for you in terms of your career, your finance, your money, things along that line. This is for April 2023. Leo, please keep in mind that time is fluid, and this is also your channel. So do take what messages are yours, leave the rest behind, and do not force a reading to fit. If it's not yours this time around, it may not be yours this time around, and that is totally okay. So, let's see, Leo, what's coming in for you for this month, rest of the month of April. You have a flyer out. We are doing a past, present, future spread. So in your past here, you have the Three of Pentacles. Reach out. Some of you may have recently heard from an employer. Some of you have recently reached out to an employer. Some of you are a lot more open into collaboration of energy. In your present energy, we have simply love, the Six of Cups. And in your future, we have just breathe. This is the Four of Swords. All right, in your past, on the Three of Pentacles, we have the Mask. Save pennies, finding money, feeling as if you were, quote unquote, stolen from, acting assistant, hidden potential, and unknown. In the present moment, we have chess, money, strategy, wise spending, long game, military leader, thinking it through. And in the future, you have ornaments with extra money, mature investment, celebration, retail, beauty, finished work, and retirement. Okay, so Leo, right away, I do feel like in the present moment, you are re-strategizing the way you go about making money. Possibly the time you put into making money. If you are not re-strategizing, yet you feel unhappy with the way your finance and career have been going, in your present moment, it is very beneficial for you to re-strategize. You are also receiving an energy here in the past of the Three of Pentacles with the Mask. So some of you may have felt very wronged by a job. With the Mask specifically, very unseen by a job. Maybe you feel like they were almost stealing your time and energy by not appreciating you and paying you as such as you felt like you deserve. Some of you just personally feel, with the Mask energy here, some of you in the past may have found out that your employer watches you a little bit more than you thought they did. Not in the sense of recognition and applause, but in the sense of making sure you're doing the right thing. Some of you, that definitely could have bothered you. I feel like in the past, some of you may have dealt with somebody that, or possibly in this situation, maybe why you're in the present moment of re-strategizing. I'm getting like surveillance, where if you're not doing like surveillance and security for work, I feel like some of you feel like you are too highly chaperoned at a job. For example, say, I'm going to give this example because it's going to actually roll through with the reading. This is really just me making up a story. If it resonates, it resonates, but I'm just trying to grasp the energy and give it to you in a way of you understanding. So I feel as though I get this overhead supervision in the past. So either you found out that you were being watched, or maybe you had a lot of past employers that always just kept like an extra eye on you. Cameras around the office, location wise. I feel as though in your present moment with simply love to this chess energy, you are trying to re-strategize your money. You're trying to figure out, well, is this for me? Some of you work with children. Some of you may feel like the supervisors or the parents are really very strongly watching you. You know, could be in a sense where you feel like an invasion of privacy, but also in an understanding mode. Well, you are with their children. Their children are their prized possession. Of course, they're going to want to know where you are, where you're taking them, and things along those lines. So I feel like you're either moving out of an employee situation or an employed situation where you just feel like you're working under somebody. You're constantly being watched. You never feel like you're doing the right thing because you're always being almost hounded by somebody. If you're not being hounded, you may have definitely found out that you're being watched or asked about. For example, a coworker could have came up to you and was like, Leo, why did the boss ask me about you? Like, what's been going on? And you're like, what do you mean? Why'd they ask you about me? I did absolutely nothing. Some of you, it's time to re-strategize and go find somewhere else that respects you more, respects your energy more, and also will give you more money. But I feel like it is depending on your situation because you do have the energy of simply love here. So for some of you in the present moment, you are right now thinking about, well, what can I do with my finances at the moment? There was something that you did in the past. This doesn't have to deal with actual children, being a teacher, things along those lines. You may feel as though there is something in your past that you did financially that could be very helpful for you now. So look to your past. When were you making extra money? Were you ever making extra money? Is there something in your past that you know that you're good at? That Four of Swords to the ornaments could actually be a pretty beneficial work endeavor or business endeavor that you start. So I'm getting a couple different messages here. I'm going to clarify once again, and then I'm going to split them off. But first message, I feel if you feel unrightfully so watched or hounded on or an invasion of privacy, definitely it's time to re-strategize where you're placing your time and energy with work and finally find yourself something better. But let's see what else we have. On the mask, we have fleeting. You're in a transition phase of your career. There you go. In the present moment with chess, you have transporter. Things will manifest much sooner than you think. Driver, stewardess, pilot, travel blogger, or any job that you can travel. This is an excellent time to travel for work or to refresh your mind. Exactly. And I feel like the Spirit wants you to transport yourself back to your childhood, back to your past, back to what you feel was something that was a passion of yours that you can possibly make money for now. Also a transporter, anything that you have to do with transportation. I'm pretty sure I gave a message on having like a car service, a limousine service, taking up door dashing, Ubering for some extra money. Could very well manifest very quickly. Something over there also just flickered when I said that. And on the ornaments, you have exploring. There you go. You're exploring different potential paths to success. Career exploration can provide you with clarity on what matches you. Try not to have too many interests. Try to focus on one or two. Not like you want to do 5 to 10 different things, because you may find that half of those ideas are somewhat fleeting. So I definitely feel like your financial energy is changing. Some of you, I'm not sure what type of message I'm picking up on of feeling seen or watched, but some of you, it's unrightfully so, but some of you, it is rightfully so. This is where you have to use your personal judgment. I feel as though everybody has their own type of judgment and mentality. If you can take yourself out of the box of the work situation and feel like, okay, is this right or is this wrong? And find yourself in the place of making the decision. Spirit is really indicating to play your chess pieces correctly. You know? Because if you're in a situation where, for example, I'm keep going back to this child that's on this card because it's indicating something in the past or childhood that you should look towards. Maybe you always wanted to be a pilot or a stewardess or what's those people's called? I mean, they are called stewardess, but flight attendants, drivers, things along those lines. Some of you, there's extra money being made with DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever else y'all have around there. Because when I said that, there was a flicker, and I remember saying that to you a couple months ago. So possibly you need to re-strategize your routine and yourself and make time for you to do this stuff on the side, or play your money strategy correctly in the sense of, for example, are you feeling watched and feeling kind of chaperoned and hounded over yet, but are you taking care of children, right? At this day and age, there are video and there are surveillances everywhere, specifically in daycares, things along those lines. Are you a nanny? Are you feeling like they're locating every single way safe? Yes, it could be an invasion of your privacy, but this is also where the energy of chess comes in. Because is it a strategic move to leave a place that is paying you a good amount of money, that is a good part of your routine, just because it's different than what you're used to, just because maybe you are being tracked 24/7? Maybe some of you, you are actually in a car for your work and you feel like, well, whenever I'm in this car, my employer, my boss, they know exactly where I am, all the amount of time. I feel like I never have a moment to myself. Then is that right for you? Or can you figure out a way to deal with it? There is a judgment call to be made here. Do you feel this is right? Do you feel like this is wrong? Do you feel like this is an invasion of your privacy? Or do you feel like for the collective good, it's good to have video. It's good to have surveillance. It's good to have trackers. Things along those lines. So I get it. It kind of hits your character where you're like, well, why would you even think I would do anything that would result in issues with you having to watch? So it could have a little bit of hit to the character, but have strategy here. Be wise. Think about the long game. Think about the overall big picture of it. Because in reality, either this job you already have is giving you extra money, and or this job you already have is good enough to keep while you make extra money. Or option number 3, this job is not good enough to keep and you can explore and find something better. What's your storyline? What do you feel? I don't really feel like this is going to resonate to everybody. I feel like this is either resonating to somebody who feels like their employer or their bosses are just too houndy on them or don't trust them, either in a rightfully so situation or a wrongfully so situation. Y'all have free will. Y'all have to make that own judgment call on your end. But you are also, another very specific message here. Anything that you could do, and that's a job that involves travel, maybe you need to make a strategic move and move away from watching children, move away from adolescent-like job opportunities, and move towards transporter opportunities. So there's a lump sum of messages here, and I'm not surprised because I'm pretty sure for March you didn't get a money reading. So that's probably why they're giving me the message that I may have not read on in March. So take what's yours, leave the rest behind. I'm sure not every single thing that I said is going to resonate to your storyline. I feel specifically 3 different storylines here. And some of you are definitely getting some sort of opportunity to drive somewhere, be a driver, be a flight attendant, go into learning to be a pilot, travel blogger, maybe vlog yourself traveling, or you know how people travel to different food places and record the food. It's interesting because I do feel video type of energy or tracking like energy for some odd reason. I don't really know why. Maybe some of you can comment and give me why that's happening. Some of you actually, sorry, I know this is going to maybe annoy some of y'all who are waiting for the tarot. Sorry, let me get it out. Sorry. And then I'll tell you what I'm feeling. Queen of Cups. Sorry, I'm like laughing at myself. Hermit. King of Cups. Nice. Okay, so what I was going to say... Did I forget what I was going to say? I was going to say that some of you are actually a employer and you feel like you may have employed somebody that you got to watch too carefully. Make a strategic move. Do you want to have somebody that's working for you that you have to keep thousands of eyes on? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of hiring somebody you could trust? So some of you may have to go through that and explore other employees or other people to hire. Clarify this for Leo. Queen of Cups, the Hermit to the King of Cups. I feel like you're becoming a lot more emotionally in tune with what you're looking for out of money, career options, job opportunities for yourself, your business. 9 of Wands, the Hermit to the 6 of Cups. Y'all, 6 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Look to the past. Reflect on your past. It's time for you to go hermit on working with children and do something more exploration out there, or it's time for you to actually become more in solitude and become comfortable with working in this scenario of possible children, or look to your past. Look to your past for answers about your money situation now. You will find them. There's something on reflecting. Some of you, you've even gotten offers that I was just stating in the past, and possibly they will be reoccurring. King of Cups here to the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, putting the work in, working on you, or continuously showing the outward world that the work you put in is balanced, is grounded. It doesn't have an ulterior motive. You do honest work. You know? We've all gone through times where we dealt with crappy employers, crappy employees, things along the lines like that. But there is a need for you to not make that break you, or make that have you feel like, well, in the past, when I tried to work for a driver or a car service, I had the worst boss ever. I'll never go back to doing that. Okay, you had the worst boss of one boss. There are millions of car companies out there that have a bunch of different bosses. Don't let that one sour apple ruin the bunch, you know? Especially because they're not together in the same bunch. They're all different places. But it's almost like, well, the last time I worked here or for something like this, or hired somebody like that, this happened to me. Well, they're not that person. You're not that person. Know and understand that you have honest work, that you are a good person, and let bygones be bygones and do what's right for you. If something's making you feel uncomfortable, it's time to go. If something's making you feel uncomfortable, but you kind of understand why certain safety is needed, then reflect on it. If you feel like an employee is making you feel uncomfortable, like you can't trust your business when you're not there, or when you're not watching with all your eyes, then it's time for you to make some different decisions. So there's definitely movement here. It looks like you will either A, come into extra money with finding yourself something on the side, B, come into extra money with a totally new job, Or C, you could come into some extra money by, if you are the employer situation, you are the boss, and you end up, saying, look, not working for me anymore. You might have a little bit more work, but you also have a little bit more cash. And you also don't have to freak out on this person doing something to your business that wouldn't be great. And there's something about children here. There's something about the past here. There's something that you have to look towards in a strategic way in how to understand things. You are receiving a message here with this transporter energy that things will manifest much sooner than you think. So that's why I feel like you're getting such decisive, strategic energy right now. Because right now, in the energy, it looks like there's something specifically up with your free will, right? Sometimes we get messages to sit back and relax. Sometimes we get messages, our free will is really important. Sometimes we get messages that taking action is very prominent at the moment. This is the time where decisions are very important, because what you decide will manifest much sooner than you were anticipating. So get ready for that. Especially if you're leaving something, dropping something, changing something, traveling somewhere, refreshing your mind on things that you would love to do, that you used to love to do. So let's see, Leo, what you have in your power position for the closing of this reading. In terms of zodiac signs, you have a lot of water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You also have Virgo. So let's see what your power position is here, Leo. And you have the Well Watcher. Wow. This card used to follow you around, and then it kind of stopped, and now it's back. Card number 7, the Well Watcher. The Well Watcher signals the time to go within to contemplate the true source of the power in the world, which he reminds you is that of the divine. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this unseen power will be there and will be yours to align with. This affirmation and prayer will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution to your life. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for true manifestation of my purpose. You will know the way forward by this still small voice within. The divine also may answer your call by sending others in to help and guide you. There you go, Leo. Beautiful energy. Keep in mind, decisions prominent at this time. Things are going to manifest much faster than you think, and you are definitely being called to do something here. So, thank you, my beautiful Leos. I love you all so, so very much. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye now.